He was being absolutely honest.
Because he didn't know
at
the time.
He didn't know
that Robert.
He didn't know.
Unofficially, on behalf of the British, had been talking to the IRA.
He did not know.
The IRA retaliated by leaking details of the secret talks. The government hit back.
At the end of February this year, a message was received from the IRA leadership. It said, "The conflict is over, but we need your advice on how to bring it to a close." That message came from Martin McGuinness.
The time bomb had finally exploded. McGuinness was furious. He denied all knowledge of the message.
That is a message in the Republican language of surrender. There was not happening. And McGuinness didn't send it. The IRA went bananas and the Republicans went bananas because that is absolutely alien to their core being. McGuinness is incapable of saying it. Anybody else in the leadership of the Republican movement incapable of saying it. And bottom line, it seems to me that that message was to encourage the British government to actually believe that dialogue was possible.
Did you send the message?
Never, ever, ever. Not capable of doing it.
Therefore, one assumes that Robert did it with putting
I don't
a particular spin on it.
To me, as I've said, Robert is a wonderful, honourable man. We owe him a great deal. This is the kind of guy on other days you pin medals on.
If the message wasn't sent to the British government by Brendan or by Martin McGuinness, it can only have been sent by Robert, the government's own agent. I've seen the message. It was written in pencil in a hotel room in London. It now put Brendan's life at risk. Towards the end of November 1993, the IRA paid Brendan a visit. They took him to an upstairs room and interrogated him about the message.
Did the IRA suspect that
Yes.
Brendan Duddy had sent the message?
They thought I'd sent it. And I had 4 senior members of the Republican movement, very senior members, who asked to see me, questioned me upstairs for 4 solid hours, 4 hours. And basically, that question was very intense. It wasn't abusive. It was very intense. And at the end of that, they went out of that room with 2 thoughts in mind. First of all, that Brendan Duddy did not send it. And second, the link is finished. They accepted that quite fully. But they also said that the time had come.
The time had come for what?
The time had come for them to be doing their own business.
When you say 4 senior Republicans spent 4 hours interrogating you, that's my word, not yours, but I assume that was what it amounted to, upstairs here.
Yes.
Was one of them Martin McGuinness?
I'll tell you what, you pick out 4 senior Republicans and you're right in the 4 of them.
How intense was the questioning?
Let me put it this way. If I had been guilty of anything, I wouldn't have liked to have been sitting in that room.
Brendan's role as the link was finished. The IRA had had enough. Its leadership now wanted to talk directly to the British, not through an intermediary. I questioned Martin McGuinness about it at the time.
The British government have effectively abused the contact to destruction.
How do you mean to destruction?
They have destroyed the contact.
Contact doesn't work anymore.
They have destroyed the contact, that's all I can say.
Brendan's role was over. But crucially, he put in place the contacts between the British government and the IRA that laid the foundation for the historic ceasefire the following year. Inevitably, there were suspicions that Brendan might have been working for the intelligence services.
Were you an MI5 agent?
I'm glad you asked me that.
Because that's what people will suspect. That's
Good
what people will say.
luck to them. You know, wonderful. Thank you for asking me. I am Brendan Duddy. Northern Irish, my own person, my own right. I didn't have to be an MI5 or MI6, never was. And they never crossed that line, not once.
Did they ever try to recruit you?
Never come close to it.
Say, come and join us, sign up with us,
No,
Brendan?
not even close to it. And the notion of joining them, not my job. Not my job.
When the government found out that Robert had disobeyed orders and met the IRA, he vanished. Before he left, he gave Brendan a farewell Christmas present, inscribed with a quote from Virgil. "One day it will be good to remember these things." He then disappeared. Brendan hasn't seen him since. So, what happened to Robert? Several years ago, I finally tracked Robert down. I wanted to hear his side of the story. True to his training, like any good spook, he said he wasn't the man I was looking for, and retreated once again into the shadows.
Robert was like a guy who was a submariner. And he grew up and was told, you must not ever do that or open that hatch. And this ship, the peace process ship, was at the bottom of the channel, and Robert says, shh, I'm opening it. And the bubbles got out, and the two sides got out, and the two sides met, and we had the Good Friday Agreement, and we have the Paisley McGuinness, and we have all the things we have. And Robert was court-martialed for opening the hatch. I would love to shake hands with Robert, gentleman.
And if he hadn't opened the hatch?
Lord knows. Lord knows.
Good Friday Agreement?
Not happening.
Paisley sharing power with McGuinness?
Not happening.
Brendan Duddy alone didn't bring peace. Many others played crucial roles, from John Hume and Gerry Adams to British and Irish Prime Ministers. But it was Brendan who helped put in place the crucial IRA ceasefire from which all else flowed. The truth about Brendan's role is now starting to emerge. He only recently told his old friend Nell McCafferty why he'd been absent for so long.
Later on, when I heard what he'd been up to, I was stunned.
Had you any idea what he was doing, what
No.
Brendan was up to?
No, not a clue.
And when you found out finally, and really quite recently, what Brendan Duddy had done, what was your reaction?
I was proud of him.
Why did you do it? Why did you spend all those years?
When you ask questions like that, I choke. I get emotional, find it hard to answer. I had no choice.
You had to do it. And when you see Martin McGuinness today as Deputy First Minister,
Delighted.
sharing power with Ian Paisley,
Delighted. Happy man.
And for more information about the Secret Peacemaker, log on to bbc.co.uk/Age of Terror.